Yo, welcome back to the channel and welcome to my mini course where I teach you the most important skill for finishing tracks, which is creating variation. So in previous videos, we discussed 3 ways how you can create variation in your tracks like a pro. Number 1, it's rhythm variation. Number 2, layering. And number 3, timbral variation. So I don't want to repeat myself. If you haven't watched the previous videos, make sure you go and do that. It will be linked to the playlist and to the videos. And in the last video of this series, we will discuss the last 2 things, like 2 ways how you can create variation like a pro. And I'm sure not a lot of people showed you those techniques in the same way. So in this video, we're going to discuss how to create variation with silence by removing elements from your music, and how to create variation with spatial effects. So stay tuned, it's going to be a really hard one. And I just wanted to let you know that I read your comments, and some of you said that it's better to put longer videos. So please, let me know in the comments what kind of format you prefer. Do you want me to do like longer videos, which could be like sometimes 30-40 minutes, or if you want me to do shorter ones? I'm just experimenting. I like longer videos, but anyway, there's going to be an intro for this video. If you need some help with your music, all the links are down below, so feel free to book a call with me. And for those of you who are new to the channel, my name is Vlad and I create superstar music producers. So let's elevate your skills, let's take your music to the next level, and let's get started with this video. Okay, tip number 4, variation with silence. Silence is one of the most powerful tools a music producer can use. It's a part of the track at the end of the day. Sometimes having a short pause before the drop can make a huge difference. Consider silencing different elements in your tracks to make it hit harder. I'll show you how. So let's have a look at this part of the track. I already played you this part, but now we are gonna look at it from a different perspective. So we have the original pattern, like the full lead sound. We have the intro where we are teasing the sound, and we have the drop, like the curiosity, like it resolves. So I do have, I silenced this section. And just by removing a part of the phrase, you're already creating variation. So as you can see, I'm not having the full section here because that's the intro. I want to create some curiosity. I want to make it fun. I want to, just make track interesting to listen to. Right, you can see this one is empty and I'm introducing a pad sound here. So again, here's silence, here's silence. It's a good example. I had a choice that, I could take this pattern and maybe do something like this, but I decided to layer. I decided to do rhythmic variation, timbral variation, and make it more interesting, right? So be creative, that's the point. But instead of that, I silenced it. And let's just listen to how it actually feels in the track. And then one more time, but without the original lead sound. Okay, here another example. What I have here is a bass sound, and I have some reverb automation, I have some filter automation. So I'm silencing, I'm creating rhythm variation, spatial variation, right? So if you put it here, you can see it essentially is the same pattern. Maybe I added a note here, but I could have done something like this, right? Just go with the original one, but it's so much more interesting if you introduce a new sound, playing the same melody but with a different timbre and doing a different thing, right? Just listen, now focus on this one. Try to really feel how much it creates for the track. And then we can close the filter a little bit more. Start slow and start smooth. That's that's important. So we do like, can do like this maybe. And then you can take it further, let's say with another filter, and that's going to be timbral variation. You can be creative with that again. Okay, so this is, again, explanation. With silence, you can do so much. So I do have another example, which is also really interesting. We're going to be talking about the rhythmic variation and all that stuff. So we have the original lead. This is the full pattern. Here we have the drop 1, and the transition to the drop 2. And then on the drop 2, I'm removing those phrases, like again, intentionally. I'm adding power with the short and punchy synth here, and then I create curiosity with the long sound. So here, like, oh yeah, like as we go, we are combining all the creative techniques, right? As I said, there are infinite ways of doing it, which is really, really nice. So we have the long sound here, and listen, like really listen and feel how much these things impact the track. So now you have everything visually, and we can listen to the whole thing. So listen to this sound and this sound. I'm going to focus on those two a little bit more. Right, I could have used this original lead sound, right? But I didn't, because like, why would I do the same thing? I could introduce new elements. I could still use the same notes. As you can hear, my tracks, they are not very melodic. They have just a motif, but I don't like progressions. I like when everything is spinning around, like the main melody, the main motif. So this is for, like, why it's really easy for me to create variations. Right? And again, this is another example how silence can make a huge difference. And let me show you what's going to happen if I don't remove it. It becomes like, I don't know, it just becomes too boring. But this way, like, you want the listener to experience ups and downs. Like, a track should be like, there should be contrast in your music, because otherwise, like, it becomes too robotic. And that's, I hope, like, you notice that I have a lot of ups and downs, unexpected events in my tracks as well, right? So one more time. Okay, and one more example, but now without diagram. So I originally had the cello and the brass, but then again, we're first going to listen to how it looks. And we can silence this. I'm just going to show you what's going to happen if we just do like this. I'm going to enable this early. Again, this is not the final version, so I might change that a little bit. What if we change the whole thing? The thing is, and like what we often forget when we are listening on headphones, like it feels completely different in a studio, in a club. If we listen to this stuff in a club, we can add some variation to the bass line, and that's gonna be enough. Like, bro, you see, you don't need to do a lot, and that's what a lot of people forget about, is that tracks, like, they should be simple, because simple stuff sounds best in a club, right? Just change the automation on the bass. And then maybe do contrast here. And that's already like pretty good. Okay, but let's go back. Let's see what happens if I enable these two, because I think I might want to do them. Well, I'll see. Maybe that's going to be a different synth. I think it would be cool to have some sort of a contrast here, but if we could reduce the loudness of those two, right? So just go here, make it really subtle. Yeah, I just want like a little bit more silence. I hope it makes sense for you, and let's talk about the final one. Okay, so I hope you liked the previous tips and I hope it made sense. Now let's talk about the variation with spatial effects. You can do so much with spatial effects. So this is a diagram, and I'm going to show you something that I did. So I have the main lead plug that we have here. It's really short. With the lead plug, I created a really beautiful atmosphere. If you check it out, and especially like in the track, how it actually sounds in the track, you're gonna be like really surprised in a good way. Check it out. Check out this delay tail. So for example here, I can silence everything and I can really focus on the delay tail. Check this out. And then we can again send it to the delay, and it's gonna be like double delay. Yeah, if you want to create something like really weird. But I took delay here, so I took a delay and I resampled it, right? So here we have the original sound. Oops, yes, it's it's really weird. But if we do like this, turn this off, and I'll show you the logic. So just be more creative, bro. That's the main point of my video. So let's say we have the mix here. And we have this sound. Now I'm talking about like sound design with delay, but essentially like it's just one note. If we play, can I play it? And if you do like, and you can do so much, but the main point is you want to pay attention to spatial effects and how much they can change your mix, right? So once again, let's go and listen first or without. So what I just did here, we created rhythmical, timbral, and layer variation just with one delay plugin and reprocessing, right? So by resampling this stuff, and then you can still automate it, right? So I still have the synth channels here. And I do have a filter, which again, changes the energy throughout the whole section. So you can be creative with that. And one more time. And I can then resample, and resample that like how many times I want. But let that sink in and like think now how much you can do. Like I took one sound that already sounded good and then I just automated it, right? I resampled it and did like a really cool atmosphere that is this just sound organic. It sounds natural in the track, which is like what is beautiful about this when you resample. But let me go further and let me finish with this. What's really important is the energy change. This is what I'm essentially trying to do with every single technique that I'm showing you here. I'm trying to change the energy and I'm trying to change the feel of the track. That's the most important thing, basically. Okay, so here you could go from like really, really chill, really, really smooth to something that is just like taking off like a rocket. And like if you listen at the end here, and then if I do a bit more filtering on the sound, like I could easily fit it into the whole thing if I add some like some creative effects on top. There's one favorite preset that I use. This one. But you should be really careful because they occupy the same frequency range. So like I wouldn't really have it here, but as some sort of like cool trick, cool technique, why not, right? And let's finish this up. I'm gonna explain you one more thing that is happening. So what is really happening with what we are trying to do with variation, with spatial effects, right? So in this example, if you listen to this part of the track, you can see there is like a lot of movement. There's a lot of movement. There's the reverb automation. That's just the basic one, right? It's kind of basic. Now, when we enable the reverb and the delay, just see and hear how much impact they have on the track. Right? So what is happening here is we have small space, which creates intrigue, and the energy goes up, like when we open the filter, when we make the space bigger, right? So these two elements, like this one, the filter cutoff and the reverb automation, essentially, we are doing the same thing, but with different tools, right? So it's same energy, but different variation technique. So small space creates intrigue and big space creates resolution. And then like, again, contrast. We go up, we open the filter, and then we close the filter. So let me show you one more time, and we're gonna wrap up this video for today. I think that's enough of demonstration. So one more time with everything now.
Thank you for trying this demo.
Okay, and let me play you this one final time, and then we're gonna wrap up this video. Okay, let me play you this one more time with some variation on the drums group, and we're gonna wrap up this video. now we can do reverb automation. Just see how much it affects when I'm silencing elements, right? If I remove the automation, like it's so different. It's so different, bro. And what if we take out this energy? Okay, I hope it all makes sense. It's gonna be it for this video. It should be like one of my best videos. I put like so much soul into this. Hope you liked it, bro. That's gonna be it for this video. And if you need some coaching, if you want me to teach you how to implement this in your music, just book a call, bro. It's gonna be really amazing. Like if you work with me, you're gonna get some fucking great results. My clients are signing tracks to the labels. If you made this far, if you're serious, if you're actually getting value, like bro, let's chat. It's going to be the best investment that you make in your music, I promise. Like you're going to see from the first session. Okay, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.